Hey guys, welcome back to SLT Learning, and today we're gonna talk about a couple of the Selenium related questions. And in this particular video we're gonna cover one of the most frequently asked questions in the Selenium interview that if you have already appeared for the interview, you have must seen that questions. The question is about what are the different type of weights we have, and can you just explain the weights in a real time scenario. Okay, so one of the common questions that they will ask, and how you need to answer, I will give you all the description in the slide. So this is how you can start your answer using the implicit wait. Okay, but before going to the implicit wait, let's we understand what is wait. So wait is mainly used for the page synchronization. So in another term, if they will use this word, okay, how you manage the page synchronization in Selenium, you can also answer the same way. There are different weights we use in Selenium, and that help us to do the page synchronization. Okay, so implicit wait, I will consider that is a default wait in Selenium, and it wait for certain amount of time and try to find out each and every element before throwing the exception, right? The common exception for the element will be no such element exceptions. So before throwing that particular exception on a page, Selenium wait for certain amount of time, whatever the time you have provided in an implicit wait condition. Okay, so this is the syntax will be look like driver.manage.timeout and implicit wait duration of 10 seconds. Okay, so for each element it will wait for 10 seconds before throwing the exception. Okay, so this is the one thing. So suppose you are automating the website where each element takes time to load on a page, okay, or during a page refresh. So what you will do, putting a manual wait everywhere, it's not possible. So you can use the implicit wait for 10 seconds for each and every element to be waited before it shows the exception. Okay, and what is the real-time scenario? You can just say real-time scenario will be the product list. Okay, so if you go with the Amazon or any e-commerce website, and when you select any category, okay, let's suppose men, sportswear or shoes or something like that way, when you select any category, then it start loading the images of the product and the description about the product. So that is the one of the example of implicit wait where you can implement. Okay, now another wait we have in Selenium is the explicit wait. That is also considered, that is also called as WebDriverWait. Okay, so maybe they will ask you, okay, do you know WebDriverWait? So they must be asking about the explicit wait. Now explicit wait will perform the based on the certain condition. Okay, so it will give you the more flexibility in term of the waiting mechanism. Okay, if you want to wait for certain condition to be happen, then explicit wait will be the one of the best choice for your automation framework. Okay, and what is the syntax of explicit wait? You can just see over here. You need to provide first WebDriverWait. You need to create one object wait, then new WebDriverWait. You need to pass your driver instance, then duration 15 seconds. Okay, that means this 15 second will be considered as a part of the explicit wait. Now web element, so let's suppose I want to find for a I will just say is the login button. Okay, so I will just say web element login button and wait until expected, this is the syntax, expected condition dot, once you just write down this one expected condition dot, then this option will become in a drop down. Okay, sorry, in a suggestion box, like visibility of the element located over here. So once this element located on this particular xpath by dot id, for this locator, then and then it will be perform the condition. Okay, so what condition? Then after this you can perform the element dot click or element dot type or something like that. So this is the two line which describe how you can use the explicit wait, and this is something common they will ask you in an interview as well to write the syntax. So I will recommend always remember the syntax, how it will start: WebDriverWait, wait object, then create new WebDriverWait, provide the driver instance, then what is the duration you want to pass, then fetch the element. And how you can fetch the element? So wait until the element is visible. You see visibility of the element at located. Expected condition is visibility. Okay, and based on that there are different expected condition, that there are the most common used accepted condition is visibility of element located, element to be clickable, present of element located, invisibility of the element, text to be present in element. So these are the different things. Element should be clickable. There are many things that you should provide in a condition. Okay, and what will be the real-time scenario you can consider in such a case? you can give this example of download report. Okay, so once you will just say I want to download report, then you want to like before clicking, right, you need to wait for download before report, then you can click on the submit form to make sure your report has been downloaded successfully. Okay, so you can also relate with your couple of your project example, but these are the example you can also speak in a interview. Now there will be the third way. You as you might be know, right, there are fluent way. So what is fluent wait? So fluent wait is the, I would just say, is the advanced version of the explicit wait. Okay, so what happen in explicit wait, we provide certain condition, but in fluent wait it gives us more control compared to the explicit wait. It gives us a pooling frequency, means let's suppose if we give a timeout of 30 seconds, but we do not want to wait totally completely 30 seconds end, okay, till the end of the 30 seconds. So what you will do, every 5 seconds you will check for the condition. Okay, every 5 seconds you will check for the element. If the element is there, you can just perform your actions. If element is not there, then you can check for another 5 seconds, that will be 10 seconds, then 15, 20, 25 and 30. Then it will show the timeout exception. Okay, now over here you can also do one thing, you can ignore certain exception. Let's suppose if you want to ignore certain exception like no such element found or something like that way, you can put your syntax like this way over here. So wait, WebDriver Fluent Wait, new Fluent Wait of drivers, then provide these conditions. Wait timeout will be 30 seconds, pulling every 5 seconds, and ignore this particular exception and class. And once you will implement this one, this is how you can put in an element. So WebDriver element Fluent Wait, wait until driver find by element by id the status. So till the status will be not there, then wait for certain condition. So sometimes if you remember, right, we save something successfully, then it shows the messages, okay, information has been successfully saved. So for certain that kind of scenario, we can use the Fluent Wait. That will be helpful. Okay, sometimes the message of showing like information updated successfully or information added successfully, sometimes the message, the prompt message or the message on the screen takes some time. Okay, sometimes it takes 5 seconds, 10 seconds or 15 seconds, but you know once the information is saved, the message must be come. So at that time you can use this Fluent Wait. Okay, then I have put some table over here that will help you. Sometimes they will tackle the questions like that way. Can you show the difference between implicit wait and explicit wait? This is how you need to answer. The implicit wait is scope will be global for all the page and all the element. Explicit wait and fluent wait are element specific. Condition based, no, you cannot provide any condition in implicit wait. It is not customizable, but in, over here they are customizable and you can provide the condition. Okay, and over here it gives some more control. So customization we can put it high. Why? Because it gives us pooling frequency, ignore specific exception and those kind of things. So in this particular video we have covered about wait, but in next video we will talk about more Selenium questions. I will create one video for each question. So if you are traveling somewhere, if you want to listen something, or if you want to take a screenshot of the screen to understand the syntax, you can easily take it and you can use as a documentation for your part. Okay, so if you like our video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching this video.